15 years old, and today I talk a little about ballet history. Most people think that ballet originates in French because the word ballet is a French word, but actually this dance style has its origin in Italian Renaissance in the 15th and 16th centuries, when representations were made with dance, music, and acting for the nobles' entertainment. Just when Caterine de' Medici, an Italian noblewoman and a great patron of the arts, married the French king Henry II, ballet went to French. Ballet started to get famous in the 17th century with the King Louis XIV, who loved to dance and performed many roles himself. In this image, he is doing the singing in Ballet de la Nuit. He created the first school dance, the Académie Royale de Danse. And after that, he created the Académie Royale de Musique for Jean-Baptiste Louis, who was her favorite ballerina. Louis created the most famous company of dance, the Ballet Paris Opera, inside the school, the Music Academy. And since then, ballet has grown in Europe. In the 19th century, movement called Romantic movement influenced art, music, and ballet. In this movement, women got more future with the point word, and the romantic tutu was introduced in order to facilitate ballerina's movement. A famous repertoire created during this time is Giselle. Continuing this interest, Russian choreographers and composers created repertoires like Soleil and Nutcracker that represents the classical ballet. Classical tutu was introduced to show ballerina's legs and the difficulty of her movements and footwork. In 20th century, ballet went to America. To conclude my presentation, nowadays we have different types of ballet, like neoclassical, that is like the classical, but with less rigidity on the movements, and the contemporary, that's a combination of contemporary dance with classical ballet. To conclude my presentation, I want to talk a little about my history of ballet. So I started to do ballet in 2010 when I was 5 years old, and I always take part in my school presentations. And in 2017, when I came to Cuiabá, I started jazz classes. And in 2018, I did my first solo in a representation of Nutcracker being the icing on the cake. In this slide, we have some images of me in these last 3 years in some presentations and doing ballet in jazz movements. That was my presentation, and I hope you like it. Thanks.